Hi dear students, welcome back to Dhanya's classroom. It's me Dhanya. Today we are going to learn about the second chapter of 10th standard geography. Name of our chapter, In Search of the Source of Wind. What is the name of our chapter? In Search of the Source of Wind. The first topic, what is atmospheric pressure? What is atmospheric pressure? The atmospheric pressure is the weight of atmospheric air. What is atmospheric pressure? It is the weight of atmospheric air. Weight of atmospheric air. Then the air exerts an average weight of 1034 milligram per centimeter square on the Earth's surface. Remember, the air exerts an average weight of 1034 milligram per centimeter square on the Earth's surface. Then you know that. Which instrument used to measure atmospheric temperature? Last year topic. We use thermometer to measure atmospheric temperature. As like to measure atmospheric pressure. To measure atmospheric pressure, we use an instrument named mercury barometer. What is that? Mercury barometer. To measure atmospheric pressure, we use an instrument named mercury barometer. It is recorded the units like millibar or hectopascal. It is recorded the units like in that barometer, units are recorded in millibar or hectopascal. The level of mercury at normal atmosphere will be 76 centimeter. During the time of normal atmospheric pressure, the level of mercury in the barometer, that is 76 centimeter. The atmospheric pressure at that point will be 1013.2 millibar or hectopascal. Our topic, that is factors influencing atmospheric pressure. Which are the factors influencing atmospheric pressure? These are the three factors: altitude, temperature and humidity. Altitude, temperature and humidity, these are the factors influences the atmospheric pressure. Then the first our topic, that is altitude. How altitude influences the atmospheric pressure? Then remember one important point, that is these three factors, that is these are the three factors inversely proportionate with atmospheric pressure. Inversely proportionate with atmospheric pressure. That means when altitude increases or temperature increases or humidity increases, pressure decreases. Atmospheric pressure decreases. Our topic, that is the relation between altitude and atmospheric pressure. First we realize that this is inversely proportional. When altitude increases, pressure decreases. The pressure decreases at the rate of 1 millibar per an altitude of 10 meter. Reason behind that, rarefication of air. Last, you know that the mountaineers carry oxygen cylinder. When we reaches to the higher altitude region, air is less. Then during that situation, the mountaineers face problem for breathing. To solve that problem, they carry oxygen cylinder with them. As like, you might have felt that your ears clog as you go to higher altitude places like Ooty, Ponmudi, Paidalmala, etc. This is also due to the low pressure in this region. Then when we move to the higher altitude region, we felt that our ears clog. Reason behind that, atmospheric pressure is less in that region. Second topic, the relation between temperature and atmospheric pressure. We realize that temperature and atmospheric pressure are also inversely proportionate. Temperature and pressure are also inversely proportionate. Last year we studied our topic, that is convection. Heated air expands and rises up. The ascending air spread to the sides and it cools. On cooling, it becomes denser and descends. That's why atmospheric pressure changes in that region. That means temperature increases, pressure decreases. Next, humidity, the relation between humidity and atmospheric pressure. What is humidity? Humidity refers to the quantity of water present in the atmosphere. Humidity means the quantity of water present in the atmosphere. Water vapor is lighter than the air and hence it ascends. Water vapor is lighter than the air, hence it ascends. If the quantity of water vapor is more in unit volume of air, then naturally the atmospheric pressure will be less. Once more, if the quantity of water vapor is more in a unit volume of air, then naturally the atmospheric pressure will be less. That means these are the three major factors influencing the atmospheric pressure: altitude, temperature, humidity. Relation inversely proportionate. One increases, next decreases. One of the very important topic, that is high pressure and low pressure. What is high pressure and what is low pressure? First our topic, that is high pressure. If the atmospheric pressure of an area is higher than the surrounding region, that it can be named as high pressure. Once more, if the atmospheric pressure of a region is higher than that of the surrounding region, it can be named as high pressure. Then what is low pressure? Very easy topic. If the atmospheric pressure of a region is lower than the surrounding region, it can be named as low pressure. If the atmospheric pressure of an area is lower than the surrounding region, it can be named as low pressure. Our topic, isobars. What is isobar? Isobars are the imaginary line joining places having the same atmospheric pressure. Isobars are the imaginary line joining places having equal atmospheric pressure. Very important 6-mark question. That is global pressure belt. That is global pressure belt. What is global pressure belt? Listen. The atmospheric pressure is uniform between certain latitude. The atmospheric pressure is uniform between certain latitude. Based on that, the Earth's surface is divided into different pressure belt. Then, based on that, the Earth's surface is divided into different pressure belt. These are the 4 major pressure belt. First one, equatorial low pressure belt. Second, subtropical high pressure belt. Third, subpolar low pressure belt. Fourth one, polar high pressure belt. Very important topic, that is equatorial low pressure belt. Then we realize that global pressure belt, among that first point, that is equatorial low pressure belt. This is the zone where the sunrise fall vertically throughout a year. Then sunrise fall vertically throughout the year. Then that's why you know that temperature will be high in this zone. Then equatorial low pressure belt, sunrise fall vertically throughout the year, then that's why temperature high in this region. The air expands due to sun's heat and rises upon massive scale. Then when temperature increases, air expands. That's why low pressure experience in this zone. This zone situated between 5 degree north and 5 degree south latitude. This zone, equatorial low pressure belt, situated between 5 degree north and 5 degree south latitude. As the air in this zone ascend on a larger scale, winds are very feeble in this region. Air expands and rises up, that's why winds are very feeble in this region. This region, otherwise this pressure belt known as doldrum. What is doldrum? This pressure belt, equatorial low pressure belt known as doldrum, then meaning the region, the zone with no wind. The zone with no wind. This region was a nightmare for ancient mariners. Then this region was a nightmare for ancient mariners. Next topic, that is subtropical high pressure belt. What is subtropical high pressure belt? We know that equatorial low pressure belt temperature is high. The hot air ascending from the equatorial low pressure belt. The hot air ascending from the equatorial low pressure belt cools gradually and subside at the subtropical high pressure belt. Then the hot air ascending from the equatorial low pressure belt gradually cools and subsides at the subtropical high pressure belt due to the rotation of Earth. Due to the rotation of Earth that subsides, cools and subsides. This zone otherwise known as Horse latitude. What is Horse latitude? Next our topic, that is the subpolar low pressure belt. What is subpolar low pressure belt? You know that this zone is very close to the polar region. That's why air is colder here. Though the cold air remains close to the Earth, the air is thrown up due to the rotation of Earth. As a result of this low pressure experienced in this zone. Once more, though the cold air remains close to the Earth, the air thrown up due to the rotation of Earth, as a result, low pressure experienced in this zone. Last pressure belt, that is polar high pressure belt. What is polar high pressure belt? You know that this zone experienced severe cold throughout the year. This zone experienced severe cold throughout the year. That's why high pressure experienced in this zone. That's why high pressure experienced. What is the reason for the formation of different pressure belts? Listen. Then only 2 points. Variation in the amount of solar energy received and rotation of the Earth is the reason for the formation of various pressure belts. Important topic, that is shifting of pressure belt. The pressure belt shift according to the apparent movement of sun. You know that northward apparent movement of sun and southward apparent movement of sun. Then during the time of northward apparent movement of sun, the pressure belt also moved towards northern side. Then during the time of southward apparent movement of sun, pressure belt moved towards the south. If you like my video, don't forget to subscribe my channel Dhanya's Classroom. Thank you for watching my class.